Welcome to this explainer. If you're a focused learner looking to truly master your accounting software, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to look at the absolutely foundational steps of setting up a computerized accounting system. Because, let's be real, setting up your inventory correctly from day one is the absolute secret to a smooth, headache-free business operation. So we're going to make inventory setup crystal clear and break down exactly how you should be organizing those digital shelves.
Ready to raise an item invoice? Well, not so fast. It's incredibly tempting when you get a shiny new piece of software, like Tally or something similar, to just jump right in and try to bill a customer. But before we can do anything, literally before a single dollar changes hands or a single receipt gets printed, we have to build our inventory foundation. Without that foundation, the software just doesn't have a clue what you're selling.
Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to tackle this step by step from the bottom up. First, the inventory setup challenge. Second, defining the stock item. Third, organizing with stock groups. Fourth, refining with stock categories. And finally, mastering your inventory.
All right, part one, the inventory setup challenge.
Imagine walking into a massive, completely empty warehouse. It's just a blank slate. If you just start tossing boxes in there randomly, you are going to face absolute chaos when it's time to actually find something or count your stock or sell a product, right? We need to bring strict, logical order to your digital warehouse right from the start. So here's the golden rule. In computerized accounting, you must create a stock item before raising an invoice. It's a hard and fast rule. You literally cannot sell what the computer doesn't know exists. The system needs the product's digital twin to be created in the database first. This is the ultimate prerequisite for any sales activity.
Moving right along to part two, defining the stock item.
So this is where we start building. We're stepping away from abstract software rules for a second and focusing on the specific, tangible things you're actually holding in your hands and moving out the door. A stock item refers to the actual goods that a business manufactures, purchases, and sells. Put simply, these are the goods your business trades in. When you're setting up your system, your very first thought should be about this physical unit. It is the absolute core building block of your entire inventory database.
Let's make this super concrete. Imagine you're running an electrical supply business. Your specific stock items would be things like LED bulbs, CFL bulbs, or colored tube lights. I want you to literally visualize these specific individual products sitting in their separate little boxes right there on your warehouse shelves. Each distinct type of product gets its very own unique stock item entry in the software.
Next up, part three, organizing with stock groups.
Now, when you have hundreds of individual items, a single list gets unmanageable fast. That's where a stock group comes in. It's a classification used to group together stock items of a similar nature or brand. Think of a stock group as finding the right aisle in a massive supermarket. If you're looking for milk, you naturally go to the dairy aisle. If you want to manage your products effectively in accounting software, you need to group items by their fundamental nature or the brand that manufactures them.
So, the crucial point here is grouping individual CFL and LED bulbs under a single, broader stock group called bulbs. Instead of forcing your software to search through piles of cables and switches and meters just to find a lighting product, you've corralled all those distinct stock items, the LEDs, the CFLs, into one manageable, broad family. Doing this keeps your reporting super clean and your item management incredibly efficient.
Now for part four, refining with stock categories.
Okay, listen up, because this final classification layer often trips up beginners. But once you grasp it, it is a real game changer for analyzing your business. A stock category is a parallel classification based on similarity in behavior or specific features. That word parallel is key. This isn't just a subgroup. It is a totally different way to slice and dice your inventory data. While groups organize by the broad nature of the item, categories cut straight across those groups to organize things by technical specs or specific features.
Now, what's really interesting is how we apply this to our electrical business. We can categorize our inventory further based on power output, creating a 6 watts category and an 8 watts category. Think about the power of that. An LED bulb and a CFL bulb might be in the exact same bulbs group, but they can be tagged with the exact same 6 watts category. You're tagging items strictly by their specific power output features, which lets you basically ask the software, hey, show me every single 6-watt item we have in the entire store, regardless of what type of bulb it is.
Let's lock this in real quick. A stock group is your broad umbrella, like the bulbs family, based on nature or brand. Meanwhile, a stock category focuses strictly on behavior or features, like that 6 watts designation. The group tells you what the thing basically is,
The category tells you how it behaves or its specific technical feature. Honestly, contrasting the nature of a product against its features permanently clears up the confusion between these two.
And finally, Part 5, Mastering Your Inventory. Now that we've got the theory and terminology down, let's see how this all builds together into a workflow you can actually use when you sit down at your keyboard. Step 1. Create the specific stock item. Remember, this is the actual physical good you trade in, like that specific LED bulb. Gotta do this before any invoice is raised. Step 2. Group it by its nature or brand. Pop that item right under bulbs. Step 3. Categorize it by its specific features. Tag it as 6 watts. I promise you, if you follow this exact hierarchy, your accounting software is going to run beautifully and your inventory reports will be absolutely flawless.
So take a look at your own real-world inventory right now, the physical products sitting in your business today. How would you classify your very first item? What is the item itself? What is its group? And what is its category? Jump right into your software and go build that solid foundation. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, happy organizing!